Hello and welcome to episode 116 of Raw and Score, the quiz for people who like to make sure even their podcasts are stressful. I am the Quizzard, and I reckon I've given like 3,000 Quizzard recommendations throughout the 115 episodes we've had. So today, before we get to the quiz, I'm going to give you my definitive top Quizzard recommendations because everyone must like what I like. Let's start with my top Quizzard recommended band. Enter Shikari literally have something for everyone in their discography. They are like metal and rock crossed with techno and drum and bass with some pop and funk and sometimes an orchestra. If you like any type of music, you should listen to Enter Shikari. Alright, movies next. If you haven't seen 127 Hours, it is literally such a good movie. It's about that guy who stuck his arm under a rock, and that sounds like such a boring movie, but no, it like masterfully manipulates my emotions every time I watch it, and I've watched it like 20 times. Finally, a TV show. This is common knowledge now, but I'm recommending it anyway. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best TV show ever made. The cartoon, not the crappy live action one. It legit has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means it's never had a bad review, I think. Even if you're not a cartoon person, this is the show. It's possibly got the best character development of any show, and it's one of the few shows that has an absolutely perfect ending, and no one disputes that. You might have to push through like the first 3 episodes while it warmed up, but watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Alright, Enter Shikari, 127 Hours, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and disc golf while I'm at it. If you don't like all 4, we can't be friends. Alright, we're scoring out of 35 points today with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game throughout is Thematic 3. In this game, you've got to listen for questions and answers for number 1, 10, and 20 for something that they share or some sort of theme. If you can work out what the theme is, you get 5 points. The theme could be literally anything. You've just got to have your brain switched on to work out what it is. Could be in the question, could be in the answer, could be a bit of both. Alright, so remember to listen for questions 1, 10, and 20 for some sort of theme in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. What bird is commonly eaten by Americans at Thanksgiving? Turkey. Question 2. What part of the brain is responsible for memory and learning? Hippocampus. Question 3. What is the most used emoji worldwide? The laughing face with tears. If you said some sort of laughing, you can have it. I can't believe it's not the regular smiley face. I'm incapable of sending a message without that thing. Question 4. Boost is a chocolate bar manufactured by which company? Cadbury. Anyone who says they like fancy chocolate more than Cadbury is either lying or completely insane. Cadbury's so good. Question 5. What 3 notes are in a C major chord? C, E, and G. Question 6. What does it mean to be lethargic? Means to be sluggish or lacking energy. Lethargic is my middle name. Question 7. What would you call a baby goat? A kid. Question 8. Who plays the character Ephraim Diveroli in the 2016 movie War Dogs? Jonah Hill. Only has like a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's actually such a good movie, and it's based on a true story. Who doesn't love a true story movie? Question 9. In which year did Will Smith famously slap Chris Rock at the Oscars? (2022). Have you heard that Will Smith dissed him about the slap after publicly apologising? Come on, Will. Question 10. The Sea Shepherd organisation became famous through high-profile campaigns against the hunting of which animals? Whales. Question 11. Which 80s band had albums Rio, Notorious and Arena? Duran Duran. Question 12. In tennis, who won the men's singles title at the 2025 US Open? Carlos Alcaraz. We love Carlos. Have you seen him with that cute kid who's a fan of his? I hope they still hang out. Question 13. Another One Bites the Dust is a 1980 hit from which band? Queen. More repetitive than Around the World by Daft Punk, but still goes hard. Question 14. In which century did the French Revolution take place? The 18th century or the 1700s. Question 15. Which animal has the thickest fur of any animal? The sea otter. Just otter is fine, obviously. Question 16. In the movie E.T., E.T. says that he wants to phone what? E.T. phone home. That was pretty good. Question 17. How many different colours are there in the original Mastermind game? There are 6. Red, blue, green, yellow, black and white. What an absolutely underrated game though. Question 18. What is the capital city of Portugal? Lisbon. Question 19. What is the national animal of Spain? The bull, which is weird because it seems to me like they really bloody hate bulls. And question 20. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John both starred in which 1978 musical movie? Greece. Alright, that's it for the questions. Did you remember we're playing Thematic 3? I asked you to listen out for the questions 1, 10 and 20 for some sort of theme. Lock in what you think the theme is now. So I asked for question 1, what bird is commonly eaten by Americans? And the answer was turkey. Question 10 was about the Sea Shepherd organisation, and they prevented the hunting of whales. And question 20 was John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John in which musical? And it was Greece. Turkey, Wales, and Greece are all countries. Give yourself 5 points if you got that right. I reckon I threw a few people with the first two also being animals. I think some people might have had their minds stuck in Animal Land when that last one came up. Coming up in a moment, we have the stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Mind of a Machine. See you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for the question I asked Stephen Hawking's ghost in a seance, and even he couldn't answer it. The really hard trivia question. Alright, I've got a really hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. Using the NATO phonetic alphabet, spell the word schedule. So the word is schedule. Spell it using the NATO phonetic alphabet. Okay, so we know A is Alpha, B is Bravo, Wait, that's not any help. Is C cock-a-doodle-doo? I think it is. I actually almost know all of them. I'll never use it apart from this podcast, but I do. Five more seconds. Alright, so, first of all, schedule is spelt with letters SCHEDULE, and in the NATO phonetic alphabet, that is Sierra, Charlie, Hotel, Echo, Delta, Uniform, Lima, Echo. Lima's a hard one, I always forget Lima. Give yourself 5 points if you, work in an airport. And we're going to move straight along to the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Mind of a Machine. This one has become one of my favourites because I get to live out imaginary ridiculous fights. In this game, I have asked ChatGPT some questions, and I always start it with the prompt, using logic only, answer this hypothetical with a definite answer. Your job is just to guess what ChatGPT says. The questions have been steadily getting more and more ridiculous the more I play this game, and I don't think that trend is going to stop. But the idea is that we've got these ridiculous scenarios, ChatGPT is kind of removing all emotion from it and just giving the logical answer. Alright, so answer these questions like you are a robot. Mind of a Machine, starting now. Question 1. Who would win in a fight? Big Bird or Tinky Winky? Alright, apparently this one is close, but Tinky Winky wins. And also, apparently ChatGPT thinks Tinky Winky is 10 foot tall. That can't be right, can it? I checked it, apparently it is. Number 2, which SpongeBob character is the most intelligent? That one is Sandy Cheeks. It was a toss-up between her and Plankton in my mind. Number 3, what accent would a loaf of bread have? ChatGPT actually acted like this was the most obvious thing I've ever asked, and I was stupid for even asking it. It said French. Number 4, could the all-powerful God make a burrito so hot that he himself couldn't eat it? So God makes a burrito that's so hot that he himself couldn't eat it. Is he capable of doing that? The answer is no, because himself not being able to eat it is in conflict with his all-powerful nature. Finally, number 5, if you had to snap your fingers and eliminate one species of animal instantly and permanently from the earth, what animal would be the best choice? So erase one species of animal, what would it be? The answer ChatGPT gave was mosquitoes, which makes absolute sense. Alright, I want that one to be real. I cannot stand mozzies. How good would that be? According to ChatGPT, there wouldn't even be a flow-on effect. Like, no one needs mozzies. There's no other animals who would die out. It would just be a net positive for the Earth. Let's do it. That is Mind of a Machine over, though. I love that round. I've got so many questions backed up, ready for this round to go. And only like 90% of them are ridiculous fights. I did well today though, only one silly fight between Tinky Winky and Big Bird. Would not have backed Tinky Winky, I would have gotten that one wrong. Anyway, add what you got in that round to your total, and that's what you scored today. Now all you've got to do is find me and send me a message or leave me a comment with your name and score, and I'll give you a shout out at the end of a show. This week I've heard from Michaela, who scored an 18.5. She thinks she deserves a 19 because she said crocodile, which she thinks should be worth a full point. She reckons she didn't need the full saltwater crocodile. too bad, so sad, Michaela. You need the full answer. The three gens won the week with a massive 29. Somebody plays the clarinet. Rick and Nadia scored a 19. The Fanny Schmellers scored a 25. The graphics department also scored a 25. And Josh and Laura scored an 18. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you on Monday with another episode of Roar and Score. Bye-bye.